In the remote valleys of southeastern Kentucky, where the Appalachian Mountains rise like ancient guardians against the sky, lies a place the living dare not mention aloud. No official record marks its existence, no county clerk acknowledges its soil, but to those who've lived here long enough, it's known simply as the Garden of Purified Angels, a cemetery that holds 156 graves, each one belonging to a child, an infant. But these were no ordinary burials, and this is no ordinary story. The children weren't mourned. There were no grieving parents, no funeral hymns. Their tiny bodies were buried in silence by the very women who brought them into the world. They were called the Morrison Sisters, Margaret, Catherine, and Agnes, the most trusted midwives in 3 counties. Over 25 years, they delivered over 800 babies and were hailed as divine instruments in a land where the nearest doctor was a 3-day ride away. Their touch was considered blessed, their faith unshakable. People believed they saved lives. They had no idea what the sisters were really doing. Everything changed when, during a renovation of the Morrison homestead, a mason knocked open a false wall, and behind it lay dozens of dusty, leather-bound journals. Inside, page after page of horrors. Written in a meticulous hand, the journals recorded each birth the sisters attended, and each child they chose not to let live. The Morrison sisters believed that some children were born tainted, that sin could mark a soul before it even drew its first breath. They claimed God whispered to them, showed them signs, a crooked toe, a clouded eye, a certain cry. These were the marks of evil, they wrote, and so they said, they purified the child, quietly, without pain, without sin. They believed it was holy work. To outsiders, it was systematic infanticide. To them, it was salvation. Neighbors began to notice strange things. Babies who were stillborn looked healthy the day before. Mothers who gave birth were sent home empty-handed, told it was God's will. No one dared question the Morrison sisters, not in a place where faith meant survival. But evil has a way of revealing itself. In one journal entry, Margaret writes, "She had the mark behind her ear, just like the child last spring. I held her as she struggled briefly, and then she was at peace." Catherine said the wind outside fell silent. Agnes wept with joy. We had done God's work again. These women weren't murderers in their own eyes. They were missionaries, saving the world one baby at a time. No law ever caught up to them. No trial, no public hanging. They died as respected midwives, their secrets buried deeper than the graves they dug. But after the journal surfaced, local officials secretly exhumed parts of the cemetery. The remains of 156 infants were found, some still wrapped in muslin, some holding crosses made of woven hair, all laid gently, ritualistically, as if part of some sacred rite. Today,
if you want more stories like this, the ones they never wanted you to hear, then like this video and subscribe.